Hi everyone, welcome to my game of the month for April 2024. This is Ishikawa vs Kitahama from the 37th Rio Class 4 promotion tournament. Playing Sente is Ishikawa Yūta, ranked 5 dan, and playing Gote is Kitahama Kensuke, ranked 8 dan. The game begins with pawn to 2-6. Both Ishikawa and Kitahama are ranging rook players, but in this game, Ishikawa plays static rook. Pawn to 3-4, pawn to 7-6, pawn to 9-4, pawn to 9-6, bishop takes 8-8 promotes. This one-turn lost bishop exchange is a common way to set up a bishop exchange ranging rook opening. Although Kitahama will be one move behind when Ishikawa recaptures, he gains the option to swing his rook all the way to 2-2, which saves one move compared to alternate move orders in which the rook develops before moving to 2-2. In the game, after silver takes silver to 4-2, silver to 4-8, silver to 3-3, king to 6-8, Kitahama confirms his strategy with rook to 2-2. At this point, Ishikawa knows that he won't be facing the static rook opening of one-turn lost bishop exchange, so he begins playing moves like king to 7-8, preparing strategies which are effective against the bishop exchange ranging rook opening. King to 6-2, pawn to 4-6, king to 7-2, silver to 4-7, king to 8-2, pawn to 2-5, silver to 7-2, pawn to 3-6. Kitahama has the option to play silver to 4-4 in this position, setting up an attack with pawn to 3-5 and making it more difficult for Ishikawa to develop his knight. But in the game he proceeds with gold to 5-2, gold to 5-8, pawn to 8-4, expanding at the head of his king and preparing to make a silver crown castle. In response, Ishikawa plays silver to 7-7, pawn to 7-4, gold to 6-8, silver to 8-3, king to 8-8, gold to 7-2, lance to 9-8. As Kitahama completes the silver crown, Ishikawa prepares to make the most solid castle in shogi, the Anaguma castle. Seeing this move, Kitahama plays gold to 6-2, king to 9-9, lance to 9-2, aiming for a variant of an Anaguma castle called a silver crown Anaguma. Silver to 8-8, king to 9-1, gold to 7-9, gold to 8-2. Although it generally takes 2 or 3 additional moves to complete a silver crown Anaguma compared to a regular Anaguma castle, in this game, Ishikawa was forced to move his silver to 7-7 before returning to 8-8. As a result of this 2-move loss, Kitahama is able to complete his castle at the same time as Ishikawa. For the time being, both players keep their golds on the 6th file to better defend squares on the 5th file against bishop drops. Silver to 5-6, bishop drops 7-3. Kitahama aims at the 6-4 pawn with his bishop drop, and if Ishikawa defends with rook to 6-8, then Kitahama could break open the 2nd file with pawn to 2-4. Instead, Ishikawa retreats to 4-7, and although this silver maneuver costs an additional 2 moves, Ishikawa is now the only player with a bishop in hand, and after silver to 4-4, he completes his Anaguma with gold to 7-8. But Kitahama immediately plays pawn to 8-5, enabling the possibility of bishop 8-4 to aim at the 5-7 pawn, which is now undefended. Seeing this move, Ishikawa decides to drop his own bishop to 6-6, and if Kitahama plays silver to 5-5, Ishikawa can withdraw his bishop to 7-7, which is just fine because the silver would still be pinned to Kitahama's rook. Instead, Kitahama completes his silver crown Anaguma with gold to 7-2, and as this long opening phase draws to a close, the biggest undecided question is the question of how Ishikawa intends to attack. First, he stabilizes the position of his bishop with pawn to 5-6, pawn to 5-4, and develops his knight to 3-7. At this moment, Kitahama has a way to enter the middle game with pawn to 5-5, and after pawn to 4-5, pawn takes 5-6, pawn takes 4-4, bishop takes 3-7 promotes, Ishikawa could proceed with pawn takes 4-3 promotes, horse takes 2-8, bishop takes 2-2 promotes, pawn to 5-7 promotes. Although Ishikawa currently has a silver for Kitahama's knight, the silver on 4-7 is likely to be captured, and the material balance would be in Kitahama's favor. Nevertheless, speed is of the essence in Anaguma shogi, and in this position, Ishikawa could emphasize the speed of his attack with the king 5-3. It's a striking visual that one's king is moving toward the opponent's king, whereas the other is moving in the opposite direction. I think that Ishikawa would have the advantage because his attack would be faster. So in the game, Kitahama proceeds with knight to 3-3, rook to 2-9, rook to 2-1. In this position, Ishikawa can't attack with pawn to 4-5 or knight to 4-5 because after knight takes, pawn takes, silver takes, bishop to 3-3 promotes, Kitahama's horse promotion to 3-7 would target Ishikawa's unprotected silver. Therefore, his attack wouldn't work. So in the game, Ishikawa first plays with rook to 4-9, protecting his silver. Kitahama defends with rook to 3-1, and Ishikawa withdraws his silver to 5-8. After the game, Kitahama said that his original intention was to play pawn to 3-5, pawn takes, knight takes 2-5, knight takes, rook takes 3-5, activating his rook with a knight sacrifice. He ultimately decided that this doesn't work. For example, after pawn to 4-5, rook to 3-8 promotes, rook to 4-8, dragon takes, bishop takes, rook drop 2-8, bishop to 6-6, rook takes 5-8 promotes, pawn takes 4-4. Although the game is far from over, I think that Ishikawa would have an advantage because he is close to making it to king, and because he has an extra knight. Well, now Kitahama finds himself in a bit of a pinch. Ishikawa can continue maneuvering his silver to 6-9 or 5-7, improving his position, but Kitahama doesn't have any useful moves to play. In the game, he proceeds with silver to 5-3, and if this move works, then Kitahama could follow up with different moves like pawn to 4-4 or silver to 6-4, continuing to improve his formation. But at this moment, Ishikawa has a chance. If you'd like, please pause the video now to find Ishikawa's next move. The correct answer is bishop takes 3-3 promotes. Rook takes, knight to 4-5. Forking Kitahama's silver and rook. If Kitahama saves his silver with silver to 4-4, knight takes 3-3 promotes, silver takes. Then after rook drop 3-1, Ishikawa can harass Kitahama's pieces in his camp, illustrating the advantage of rooks over bishops in double Anaguma games. In the game, Kitahama escapes his rook to 3-1, and with its next move, knight takes 5-3 promotes, Ishikawa gains not just a silver and a knight for Kitahama's bishop, but also a promoted knight on 5-3. Even so, Ishikawa has a subtle problem in this position. After his bishop sacrifice, his rook remains stuck in his own camp, but unless he can activate his rook or capture one of Kitahama's major pieces, Ishikawa's only attacking pieces are his generals and minor pieces. For example, a promoted knight on 5-3 would be a powerful attacking piece in many positions, but in this instance, a 3-piece Anaguma castle stands in its way. This is the strength of Kitahama's Anaguma. As for Kitahama, he immediately makes use of his major pieces with bishop drop 2-6, harassing Ishikawa's most valuable attacking piece while looking to promote in Ishikawa's camp. If Ishikawa tries to buy some time with pawn to 3-5, then Kitahama could even oblige with pawn takes, silver drop 5-2, bishop 8-4. If promoted knight takes 6-3, then Kitahama can escape to 7-1, whereas another possibility would be silver takes promotes, pawn to 3-6, knight drop 6-4, gold takes 6-3, promoted knight takes, pawn drop 6-2. In this instance, I think that the solidness of Kitahama's Anaguma demonstrates its strength. Ishikawa's attack would be a failure. So in the game, Ishikawa plays knight drop 6-5, and after bishop to 8-4, he plays promoted knight to 5-2, making space for his other knight to promote to 5-3. Although Kitahama could promote one of his bishops to 4-8, this would be a mistake because after rook takes, bishop takes promotes, silver to 6-9, Ishikawa would have succeeded in trading his rook for one of Kitahama's bishops. In many positions, a rook is more valuable than a bishop, but this trade would satisfy one of Ishikawa's winning conditions in that he has captured one of Kitahama's major pieces, which will greatly increase the speed of his attack. In contrast, Kitahama must face a 4-piece Anaguma castle. This position would be winning for Ishikawa. In the game, Kitahama attempts to activate his rook with pawn to 3-5, and Ishikawa attacks with pawn to 7-5. It's a recurring theme of this middle game that Ishikawa keeps adding more pieces to his attacking force because he lacks the sufficient power to destroy Kitahama's Anaguma. In this position, Kitahama can't capture this pawn without worsening the position of his bishop, so he plays away with pawn takes 3-6. And after pawn takes 7-4, silver takes, Ishikawa immediately drops the pawn in hand to 7-3. It might initially appear slightly wasteful to sacrifice his only pawn in hand, but I'm sure that this kind of pawn tesuji is the bread and butter of professional shogi players like Ishikawa. After knight takes promotes, gold takes, I think that Ishikawa's follow-up would have been knight drop 6-6, with the meaning of bringing his last knight into play, after silver to 6-5, knight to 7-7, silver to 7-6, knight drops 6-5, silver takes, knight takes, gold to 8-3, silver drops 7-4, and Ishikawa would finally succeed in increasing the speed of his attack. So in the game, Kitahama escapes to 8-3, which allows Ishikawa to make use of his foothold to play silver drop 7-2. After the game, the player said that Kitahama could have played pawn drop 7-1, and after silver takes 8-3 promotes, silver takes, knight to 5-3 promotes, pawn to 3-7 promotes, mode knight takes 6-3, to king to 4-8, rook to 2-9, bishop to 4-4, this would have given Kitahama a better chance than what happened in the game. In this position, although Ishikawa is closing in on Kitahama's king, Kitahama's major pieces are very active, and a single mistake by Ishikawa could reverse the game in Kitahama's favor. In the game, Kitahama liquidates with gold takes 7-3, silver takes a1 promotes, rook takes, knight takes 7-3 promotes, bishop takes, knight drops 6-6. Once again, if Kitahama's silver escapes, then I think that Ishikawa can make a powerful attack by making the use of the knight in his Anaguma. So Kitahama hangs on with silver drop 8-3. Although Kitahama's Anaguma castle has become weaker than it once was, Ishikawa still needs one more piece to push through, and I think that his next move achieves this in a remarkable way. After all this fighting has been resolved, he now gathers his strength once again with silver to 5-7. Kitahama decides to make Aji around Ishikawa's castle with knight drop 7-6, silver to 7-7, pawn drop 7-5, but Ishikawa attacks Kitahama's pillar with knight takes 7-4, silver takes, silver to 6-6. After activating his idle piece, Ishikawa's next move might be silver drop 6-5, so Kitahama strikes first with pawn to 9-5. But after pawn takes, I think that this position has become difficult for Kitahama. Even if he sets up his edge attack with knight drop 8-4, I think that Ishikawa could take out this knight on 7-6. And if pawn takes, then pawn drop 7-5 would be painful, whereas after knight takes, knight drops 9-4, gold is 7-2, silver drop 6-1, silver drop 8-3, silver takes 7-2 promotes, silver takes, pawn drop 7-7, I think that Kitahama would be running out of good options. In the game, Kitahama attacks right away with pawn drop 9-7, lance takes, pawn drop 9-6, lance takes, knight drop 9-4. But Ishikawa can defend this attack with silver drop 9-7. Then after knight takes 9-6, silver takes, lance drop 9-3, he blocks the lance battery with knight drop 9-4. If Kitahama captures the knight, then after pawn takes, Ishikawa could proceed to drop his lance on his next move. But even if Kitahama plays lance takes, then after pawn drop 9-5, lance takes, silver takes, bishop takes, lance drop 9-8, Ishikawa would pin and win the bishop and gain the upper hand in this exchange. Alternatively, if Kitahama saves his gold, then I think that Ishikawa could once again take out this knight on 7-6. So instead, Kitahama tries to activate his bishop to 4-4, making an indirect pin against Ishikawa's king. Ishikawa blocks it with pawn at 5-5. And after pawn takes, he liquidates with silver takes 7-6, pawn takes, knight takes 8-2 promotes, gold takes, knight drop 9-4. If rook takes 5-2, then after pawn drop 7-5, silver 8-3, gold drop 7-4, silver takes, pawn takes, bishop to 6-4, silver drop 7-3, Ishikawa would finally be able to close in on Kitahama's king. So in the game, Kitahama defends with lance takes, pawn takes, knight drop 8-4. And if Ishikawa advances to silver, then Kitahama would counter with knight drop 8-3. Instead, Ishikawa seizes the initiative with lance drop 9-3, and when Kitahama defends with the knight drop to 8-1, Ishikawa captures the lance on 9-2. If king takes, then lance drop 9-5 would be extremely dangerous, so Kitahama recaptures with a rook. But now Ishikawa drops the lance to 9-3 for the second time. And if knight takes, then Ishikawa's attack would gain speed after pawn drop 7-5, silver to 8-3, gold drop 7-4. For example, silver takes, pawn takes, bishop to 6-4, gold drop 8-3, pawn drop 9-7, gold to 8-8, knight takes 9-6, pawn takes 9-3 promotes, and Ishikawa would win by one move. In the game, Kitahama advances his rook to capture Ishikawa's silver. And for Ishikawa, the end is finally in sight, as he is about to drag Kitahama's king out of the ruins of its Anaguma castle. Land takes 9-2 promotes, king takes. Pawn to 9-3 promotes, king takes. Pawn drop 9-7. This is a great move because it not only does it weaken Kitahama's attack, but Ishikawa can also use his pawn to box in Kitahama's king after he captures the knight. In the game, Kitahama strikes back with land drop 7-7, but Ishikawa proceeds with pawn takes 9-6. Land takes 7-8 promotes, gold takes. Pawn drop 9-7, knight takes. And Kitahama tries to activate his bishop with pawn to 5-6, but it's too little and too late. Ishikawa now strikes the final blow. Knight takes 8-5, silver takes, gold drop 8-3, king takes, knight drop 7-5. And in this position, Kitahama resigns. If king 9-4, then land drop 9-5, bishop takes, pawn takes, king takes, pawn drop 9-6. If silver takes, then gold drop 8-6. Otherwise, after king takes, pawn drop 9-7, king to 9-5, gold drop 9-6, silver takes, pawn takes, king to 8-5, rook to 8-6, king to 7-4, rook to 8-3 promotes, king to 6-4, dragon takes 6-3, and checkmate. Alternatively, king to 7-4, gold drop 6-5, king to h4, rook drop 8-3, king to 9-4, land drop 9-5, bishop takes, pawn takes, king takes, rook takes 8-5 promotes, king takes, bishop drop 7-4, king to 9-4, bishop 8-3 promotes, king to 9-5, silver drop 8-6, king to 9-6, horse to 7-4, and checkmate. In this game of double Anaguma Shogi, Ishikawa made a great attack against Kitahama's Anaguma with only generals and minor pieces. Thank you for watching.